What's up, y'all? It's your boy Yuso. Anyways, this is somebody on my messages not messages, my comments a couple videos ago was asking me to do a video on Zach from the Try Guys autoimmune disease. I don't know if he's got autoimmune disease. He's got some type of disease. Autoimmune disease update. I don't know. I hope he's all right. I don't know much about it. Let's just jump straight in because them things, man. You just gotta stay positive in the world, man. You just gotta stay positive.
Hey, I'm Zach, and I'm getting worse. About 8 months ago, I got diagnosed with Ankylosing Spondylitis, AS for short. But in reality, it's something that I've been dealing with for over 10 years. The short of it is that I have bone growing where bone shouldn't be. If left untreated, I would just become one giant, stiff, bone body man. Sounds cooler than it actually is. It's an inflammatory disease that causes me a great deal of pain and often keeps me from sleeping at night. Not sleeping leaves me fatigued and in just this constant fog. Symptoms get worse anytime I'm immobile for a long period of time. So, sitting at my desk, laying in bed. Airplanes is a big one. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. It fucking sucks. It sucks. I'm living with a baseline of pain every single day to the point that I forget what it's like to not hurt somewhere. 8 months ago, I got language to explain the chronic pain that I had been feeling. But this video is not about my diagnosis. It's about everything that's happened since.
Man, that's terrible. And it's like every day we see people, social media, the news or whatever, they, they have all this fancy stuff. They live in this lifestyle that, we wish we could. But at the same time, just like us, we go through things, they going through things, you know what I'm saying? Like, people don't know that, we don't know the type of stuff they go through in their daily lives or, their personal life, you know what I'm saying? We only see a small glimpse. We only see an 8-minute video of what he's about to say. We only see 8 minutes of his pain. We don't see the 24 hours, the 365, the whatever, you know what I'm saying? We don't see that. So you just gotta stay positive in your situation. You just gotta make sure you don't compare yourself to other people, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we don't live the same life, you know what I'm saying? Like, I live my life, you live your life, you know what I'm saying? We don't go through the same things every day, you know what I'm saying? We have similar instances like, we both went to the same classroom, or we both passed a test, or did this, did that, or we both broke our arm in the same place, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, everybody got their own path, and it just sucks, man, because you don't really know what somebody else is going through, you know what I'm saying? We run into people, you know what I'm saying, at the store, in the mall or whatever, and you only get 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 30 seconds of their day, and you like, wow, that person's so mean, that person's so rude. But we don't really know, like, man, that person's been suffering all day from their disease, or they got this, they got that, like, and like mental issues too, like not just physical, like mental diseases are real, like, and we haven't even had a real breakthrough on those. So just make sure y'all, you know what I'm saying, be patient with people, be patient with yourself, you know what I'm saying?
So, I started my medication, and for a few months, life was incredible. I was able to...
He just stuck himself with something? Was that like an insulin shot? I don't know what that was.
Sleep throughout the night without waking up in pain. I wasn't stiff throughout the day. My body felt safe. During this time, I was instructed to keep up with physical activity. But as the months passed, I got a little lax. Fucking sue me, I got lazy. I figured, I don't hurt every day anymore, so maybe it's okay if I miss exercising this week to stay late and edit. Or, it's okay if I spend the whole weekend on the couch being the lazy sack of shit, because that's what normal people do.
That's our fault. That's what we struggle with. Like, for example, the lotto right now is at like $1 billion, you know what I'm saying, $1 billion. A lot of people, including me probably, if I hit that lotto, I'm quitting my job. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. What's the point of me going to work if I got $1 billion? But at the end of the day, and other stuff is with this too. Like, I'm not saying you don't have to quit your job or you shouldn't quit your job. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you need to make sure you have income coming in. Like, just because somebody gives you $1 billion, or you know what I'm saying, after taxes, it's probably whatever. But you need to make sure that there's something that's consistent. You know what I'm saying? Like, you work out every day or you work out 3 times a week, and you know what I'm saying, just because on Monday you had a great workout, that don't mean you can skip the other workouts. You know what I'm saying? You gotta you know what I'm saying, you gotta stick with it. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta stick with it. You gotta build. That's how you build onto something. You know what I'm saying? Just because you get a little bit ahead, just because you get a little bit in the green, don't mean you can go out here splurging. You know what I'm saying? Then you're gonna be back in the red. Nobody wants to be in the red. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm not normal. Not anymore. Like with any invisible illness, I look okay. At least I think I look okay. But it's a bizarre experience because it's just that. It's invisible. You feel like you're deteriorating on the inside, but you have nothing on the outside to prove it. So no one can see you getting sicker. You can't see yourself getting sicker. I started waking up again in the middle of the night, at first confused, and then as the weeks went by, a nagging discomfort, then a pain. I was distracted, I was upset. I was back to where I was 8 months ago. I was in pain all the time, but still, with all that evidence screaming in my face, I was back to the same old bullshit of not accepting my own reality. Why? The truth is, I started ignoring my disease the second I could. The moment that my medicine started working, I stopped paying attention to it. I stopped researching it. I didn't want to know more about my AS because the more that I would learn, the more I would have to accept that this is now a part of me. And that was a huge fucking mistake.
Hey, Zach.
Not good.
Yeah.
Yesterday I had the worst flare-up I've ever had in my life. My neck felt swollen. I had a horrible headache. My body hurt. Today, even worse. So I'm laying on Cassie Moby's peas, Keith's Eggo waffles, and realize my little setup right here. And
Do you think it's worse than yesterday?
yeah, it's worse than yesterday.
My back is stiff. My neck is stiff. This whole week I haven't been able to sleep. I'm afraid that I'm just gonna keep getting worse. It's so easy to normalize the pain and just think like, yeah, this is how I feel. I don't want to do that anymore.
So it was time to go back to the doctor, finally ready to accept and confront my symptoms and ready to attack this sickness head on. And he said I was fine. My inflammatory markers were still low, which means that the medicine is still working, which meant that I'm okay. And so I had to go home wondering if it was just all in my head. But then I thought about you. After my first video on AS, I got a ton of incredible emails. Some people who found out that they also had AS, or some who just discovered they had a different autoimmune disease. Others who just had that something in their lives that they had been ignoring for far too long and decided it's time to do something about it. Your emails made me realize that if I'm gonna talk the talk, I gotta walk the walk. And so, I decided to make my health a full-time job. Physical therapy twice a week. Yoga and stretching first thing when I wake up and last thing before I go to bed. Long walks with Bowie every single day instead of letting someone else walk him for me. And exercise, especially on the days that I don't want to. Accepting that sometimes being late to work in the morning is a necessary component to my health. realizing that I need to push things to make room for physical activity in my life, learning to close the laptop at the end of the day, get off my ass, and go outside, experimenting with autoimmune diets and natural sleep aids, listening to my body and hearing what it has to say. And after all that, I feel okay. I feel okay. I still have a baseline of pain most days. I have days where I'm stiff. I have flare-ups. Some days I just don't sleep, and the fog is certainly not entirely gone. And in truth, I don't know that I'm ever gonna fully be 100% again. But I am done ignoring my pain. I'm sharing this all as a way to show that treatment is not an upward trajectory. It goes up, and it goes down, and with luck, it goes back up again. It's a bumpy fucking road. I have AS for life. There's no day where I get to ignore my treatment or stop my physical activity. This is it. This is it. This is my life. But this is my responsibility. And how I respond now decides the rest of my life. And I decide that I'm gonna kick its fucking ass. That I'm going to continue to prioritize myself and my health, that it is not going to stop me from doing the things that I love to do, and it sure as hell is not going to define me. Because also, it's a stupid sounding disease. It's Ankylosing Spondylitis. It's a dumb name. I'm not trying to demean it, but like, I've got a lot of life to live, and ain't nothing going to hold me back. So, my name is Zach, and I'm getting worse, but I'm also getting better.
That's what's up, man. Like, at the end of the day, everybody has problems, everybody has issues. We're eventually gonna have more problems, more issues, this, that, and the other. It's just how you look at it. You gotta be positive, man. If you're not being positive, man, you that's the worst disease. Being negative is the worst disease ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have all these X, Y, and Z diseases or problems or issues or whatever, but if you're being negative, bro, that just makes them even worse. You know what I'm saying? That puts them on steroids. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be positive, bro. Just be positive. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Zach for coming out. And another thing, y'all gotta reach out. Like, you see people reaching out to him like, oh, I got ass too, whoop de whoop. That made him feel better. Like, man, I got a platform where I can reach so many people that also have this disease. I need to do this. I need to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, reach out. You know what I'm saying? Not only for help, but you know what I'm saying? You don't know how important your reach out is to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Who's going through the same thing. So definitely do that. You know what I'm saying? Definitely do that.